Guess who's been playing with some really expensive state-of-the-art technology recently? I'll give you a clue. It isn't your younger brother. Sorry to break it to you. Anyway, I've been down at the labs in the university playing with the S.E.M, or scanning electron microscope. We use this piece of kit to take pictures of things you can't see, even under a regular microscope. Now, this microscope isn't like normal microscopes that you look down. Oh no. It's much more like something out of Star Trek. You see, it doesn't use light like a normal microscope, but rather tiny little particles known as electrons. It uses these electrons in a beam to scan the sample. Now, atoms also contain electrons, and when the beam hits the atom, it causes the electrons in that atom to get really excited, similar to when you give kids Red Bull. And like when you give kids Red Bull, these electrons end up flying all over the shop, or living room as the case may be. Anyway, some of these electrons escape the sample and are picked up by a detector that uses them to make an image. And these images have amazing detail. I mean, just take a look for yourself. We can use images like these to better understand how things in biology work, and look at them in unprecedented detail. But more importantly, they also allow us to look at microfossils and microstructures within rocks. Okay, on the face of it, that may not sound as interesting, but when you think about how those microstructures can tell us about things like, say, how mountain belts like the Himalayas form, then it starts to get interesting. So there you have it, a piece of kit that tells us so much about the world that we can't see, and it's an expensive piece of kit at that. I always get nervous setting the thing up. Who knows, maybe one day you'll get to use a piece of equipment like the S.E.M. I hope this video has been useful in telling you more about the equipment that we use as scientists. And remember, never ever give kids Red Bull.